Hello again. It's Dave here with another 3D printing video. It's all about functional 3D design. This project is about making a brace for a broken patio umbrella arm. See, the wind came along one day, lifted the umbrella right up off of its stand, and sent it flying into a nearby pool and broke one of its arms off. So it was time to get to work. So the dilemma was pretty simple. Should I just head down to Home Depot and pull out my wallet and buy another umbrella? Or should I turn this into yet another fix-it project? On the replacement side, there were some pretty good arguments. First, there's the cost. Depending on the umbrella, we're talking anywhere from about $40 to maybe $150. And second, there's the time investment. I'd have several hours tied up in measuring, designing, test printing, redesigning, and final printing, and only to discover that a piece of plastic might not quite be up to the task of repairing a structure that was originally engineered to survive wind. And then there's the appearance issue. Even if the repair worked, would it look like a professional repair, or would it look like a giant Band-Aid on a swollen thumb? So, and one more thing. The umbrella still has to open and close, and any repair would have to stay out of the way of any moving parts. So there were arguments for simply replacing it, but there were a few arguments on the other side of things, and for one, it would be keeping a perfectly usable umbrella out of the landfill. Another, every project teaches me something new about design, materials, construction. And third, if this repair actually worked, it could become project number 271. I know, in a long line of functional use 3D printing projects, some of which you've seen. And finally, maybe somebody watching this video has a broken item sitting in their garage somewhere now and has considered that maybe a 3D printer might help solve their problem. So, with all that in mind, I decided to see if this umbrella could be saved. First, get the measurements in a quick sketch of the shape of the aluminum rib. Before I could design anything, measurements and photos help when designing in Fusion 360. One thought was to create a brace that would span the break and simply bolt to each side, avoiding the hinge, and then an arch upward to add more plastic for support. In Fusion 360, these photos are helpful at visualizing and dimensioning with the canvas tool. So sketching the general rectangular shaped area constrained to the size of the Ender 3D Pro's print bed, extrude this to 15 millimeters. Sketch the cutout area for the hinge to fit. Use the extrude tool to cut away that model's section. Sketch the screw holes using the mirror tool to place the holes on each side of the brake. Extrude the screw holes. Create sketch to add the height for strengthening in an arch form. Extrude the area to be arched. Create the arch with the fit point spline tool. Cut away the area above the arch. Add multiple fillets to the edges. Create the opposite side with the mirror tool, and that completes the model. You have made it through that tedious path of designing the part in Fusion 360. We take the resulting STL file over to Ultimaker Cura. There we set the parameters for infill, material, temperature. I'll leave the notes in the video concerning the details for those files. Now, after printing in PETG, it was clamped around the brake. Holes were drilled in the part for the machine screws, nuts, and washer placement. And unfortunately, a snafu occurred where I needed to reprint a section. And here you see I've devised a high-tech clamp for gluing these parts, the bungled parts, together. When assembled, the contraption is not much to look at, I admit, but for $5 in hardware, $1.50 for filament, and some time waiting for the Ender 3 Pro to make the parts, I count this as a real win. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more of my videos, or you've got something from watching this one, please subscribe and you'll be notified of any new content that I post. So right here on DIY Central, making functional parts with 3D projects. Bye for now.